Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Curious Owlbear, and I'm continuing my series where I give you ideas for random encounters that don't suck. Today, the adventuring party is splitting up for the first time. If there's a particular class that you'd like to find an encounter for, there will be links in the description to each of the class's encounters. Let's see what they run into. The group's Paladin journeys through the town when a voice cries out from a nearby alleyway. The Paladin moves to find its source and locates a young man being accosted by two of the town's guards. The young man pleads for sympathy from the guards, who berate him for stealing. This encounter will offer your Paladin the choice of helping the poor young man, paying for his meal, or helping the town guard bring the man to justice. The group's rogue makes his way to the local tavern, which is bustling with activity. A drunk man stumbles out of the bar and down the street, his pockets jingling with coin. He sways as he walks, holding on to nearby buildings and hitching posts. He obviously needs some assistance getting back to his abode. This encounter will offer the rogue a chance to steal from the drunk man, help him home in an attempt to get a glimpse of valuables that he might have in his possession, or wait for the man the following evening. The Barbarian strides confidently through the town market, sizing up the surrounding population. He's pretty sure that he would be able to take just about anyone in the town, until he notices a fighter with a really cool two-handed axe. It glistens silver in the sun, and there is a ruby-encrusted skull on each side of the blade. The Barbarian is instantly attracted, and may choose to ask the fighter about their weapon. This encounter will give the Barbarian an opportunity to learn about a great weaponsmith, fight the fighter to attain their weapon, or make a new friend. The group's wizard is drawn to the town library, as usual. They pick through stacks of old manuscripts and scrolls, when one scroll catches their attention. It's worn with age, and much of the ink has disappeared. From the pieces of the scroll that remain, the wizard can determine that this is a fraction of a high-level spell that the wizard has not yet copied into their spellbook. As such, this encounter offers the wizard the opportunity to search for the rest of the spell, experiment with the spell until they arrive at the correct ingredients, or locate someone else who can teach them the rest of the spell. The Warlock spends their time perusing the outskirts of the city. They feel a little more comfortable in the darker, less traveled areas. Eventually, they come upon a small shrine. It's been abandoned for a long time, and is overgrown with shrubbery and weeds. With some investigating, the Warlock discovers that this shrine is dedicated to their patron deity, devil, or demon. You can adjust the appearance of the shrine and anything that remains on the inside according to their patron. For example, if the Warlock is dedicated to Lolth, then the shrine might be filled with arachnids, poison, or other symbols of the Spider Queen. This encounter offers the Warlock a chance to restore the shrine of their patron, meet other worshippers, or simply have a comfortable place to stay. The Bard is thirsty and heads over to the local tavern for a drink. Unbeknownst to them, the tavern is expecting the arrival of another bard who is booked for the night's entertainment. As soon as the group's bard comes through the doors, the innkeeper is extremely relieved to see them. They offer the bard whatever they need in preparation for the dinner rush. This encounter will have the group's bard quaking in their boots as they throw together a performance or attempt to sneak away. The group's druid passes by the stables on the way to town. There, they notice a large, beautiful warhorse that seems to be limping on an injured ankle. The druid may be able to cure its wounds, but it's clear that the horse's days of riding into battle are over. If the druid attempts to speak with the horse, it will tell a sorrowful story about how it injured its leg and how it believes it has outlived its usefulness. This encounter will offer your druid a chance to make friends with the beast, attain a new mount, or convince the horse's owner to let the beast go. The Cleric saunters into town in their gleaming suit of plate armor, with their deity's symbol hanging proudly around their neck. Unfortunately for them, there was a recent natural disaster that could be associated with the cleric's deity. Many of the townsfolk will be unhappy to see the cleric and will treat them with disdain. You can adjust the natural disaster based on which deity your cleric represents, but make sure to give the cleric ample opportunity to redeem their deity in the eyes of the townsfolk. The fighter arrives in town just in time to witness the beginning of an athletic climbing competition. A large wall has been erected in the main square, and a gathering of townsfolk watch as two climbers race to the top. The winners continue on to compete again and again until a final victor is crowned champion. This will offer the fighter the chance to prove their worth to the town, meet other athletic individuals, or bet on the proceedings. The sorcerer spends a peaceful evening in the local tavern, but during the evening they're visited by an interesting dream. Another sorcerer once lived in this town, and their innate magical nature has preserved their consciousness to an extent. The apparition senses another sorcerer in town, appearing in their dream. It's a comfortable dream, and the group's sorcerer is offered the opportunity to learn more about their specialization, or about their innate magical prowess. The ranger wanders into town in time to see an exotic pet auction taking place. There are several captured or domestic animals available for sale, such as displacer beasts, lions, and other exotic creatures. This encounter enables you as the DM to decide how this auctioneer treats the animals, which may give the ranger a chance to liberate one or more of the beasts. It will also lead to future encounters down the road, as the ranger will need to explain the presence of the exotic beast wherever they go. The monk comes into town, making their way to the main square. As they rest and observe the townsfolk, they are approached by an 8-year-old boy who has been bullied by other children in the town. The boy begs and pleads with the monk to teach them some combat moves to defend themselves against future attacks. This affords the monk the chance to teach some of their skills, learn more about the town, or help the kid out by setting things straight with the bullies. And that brings us to the end of our roleplay encounters. Most of the results from these encounters will depend on your character's alignment. Feel free to adjust any of the encounters in this video to get the best results in your home game. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, as there are more D&D videos just around the corner. We're almost halfway to our 1,000 subscriber mark, so I owe all of you a big thank you. If you have any ideas or requests for future videos, make sure to leave those in the comments section below, and I promise that I'll get back to you. Until next time, stay curious, adventurers.